Angels, I might have been away for a week enjoying some drinks on the fine sands of Aruba, but I kept my eye on Chivalry 2 news, and a patch with some bug fixes and map changes dropped, and I wasn't too happy with the direction of one of the changes. So Aberfell, it's one of my favorite maps, and the reason for that is I've always felt like every single point is challenging for the attacking team, and every point is defensible for the defenders. This is not the case in many Chivalry 2 maps where the defense, they just get stomped for 90% of the map. So when I saw they nerfed Aberfell defense to make it easier on the attackers, I could just roll my eyes at the patch notes. Chivalry 2 has major flaws in its flagship team objective mode, and these were designed right into the game. I'm Strider the Champ, and in today's video, we'll be discussing why team objective mode is flawed and how it impacts your gameplay experience. Remember, you're only a member of the Angels if you're subscribed to the channel. So team objective mode is great. Each map has its own kind of interesting story. There are some really creative objectives and mechanics that make it really entertaining and fun. But here's the problem. Only one team generally has fun, and this is by design. We all know defense sucks in Chivalry 2, and many of the experienced players go full beta male and swap to attack, making defense suck even more. I'll get into that more as we go. But defense sucks so bad by design, and it was a very conscious choice made by Banner. The maps are designed to play towards completion, meaning the developers don't want defense winning at one of the early map points, so they put the defending team at a disadvantage. This leads to defending players having a very small influence on the early game, and basically just getting farmed, waiting out the customary 15 to 20 minutes before you get a more even-ish objective. I think this is most apparent on Dark Forest, where defense is slaughtered all map, only to reverse course at the Duke and suddenly have a winnable objective. Like, I've won Dark Forest games early, but for that to happen, the defending team has to be absolutely stacked against bad players. And this whole design philosophy means half the players in the game, the defense, aren't really influencing the game. They're just participating in it. I think most players want to feel like they're working towards something or contributing something to their team. And unfortunately, most of the time, defense is just farm as many kills as you can until you get to the Duke or the town square or the stage where Thorn needs to be freed from the jail. Stages where you have a shot to actually win. I know that players want to feel like they're contributing or they have an influence on the outcome. As the great Conor McGregor once said, we're not just here to take part, we're here to take over. And if you're defending in Chivalry 2, most games, you're just taking part. This whole philosophy of nerfing defense so the maps last longer does a few things. One, it takes out the variety in games. Like, I know going into Dark Forest, we're most likely going to the Duke stage. It's a much more interesting game when you get different outcomes, so maybe a team can stop the attack at the torches or the carts. You never get the exact same experience in the game. I think this makes things much more interesting. I think variety is really what keeps a game fresh, and right now, unless the attack is just gutter trash, you usually know about when a map will go to. And this whole philosophy is what leads to one of the biggest problems in Chivalry 2 right now, and that's players swapping to attack every single round because it's more fun, they feel like they influence the game more, and you can get a higher and better score. This only makes the whole problem worse. It's funny to me, the whole entitled attitude of, well, attacking is fun, so I'll just shit stomp the poor bastards who don't know any better. If everyone had this attitude, there'd be no one to play the game. I really hope Torn Banner just removes team swapping, period. I would love to see all the wannabe Chads crying on Reddit about it. So how do we fix the problem here? I have a few suggestions. The quick ones are, of course, disable team swapping, and secondly, provide the defense with a closer to even chance of winning more points. But I think the real win here would be taking some inspiration from Mordhau and adding some of the front lines or conquest modes. Having teams fight over territory and kind of like a tug of war means the stronger team will generally win, and there's no reason to team swap because each team has a 50% chance of winning. I don't think it'll happen, but I can at least get my opinion out there. Let me know down below what you guys think of Team Objective right now. Did I hit the nail on the head or did I miss the mark? Let me know. Champ out.